What's going on, YouTube? It's been a while since I've worked on this truck. Last I left off, I was working on the C notches, which I got the plates welded in right here, this welded in. Everything has double beads on it. Came out pretty nice. So I got just the outsides done. Haven't cut yet for the inside plates, but this side I had to stop because I ran out of welding gas. And Tractor Supply doesn't have any right now. Maybe sometime this coming week they'll get some more bottles in. They have the really big bottles, but no short bottles. But so I got this side probably about 90% done on the outside, and I've got to weld. Yeah, underneath I got to weld too still. And then that in there is kind of welded. I started running out of gas in here. So this is kind of ugly, and that's real ugly right there. Luckily, it, I guess, kind of got somewhat fused together. I'll probably have to grind that back down and re-weld over it. But that's where I'm at on this, just kind of a standstill. I got this four-wheeler right here. This is my uncle's old four-wheeler. He's got two of them. This is the one he used to use, but the starter went out. I'm thinking it's a starter because when I hit the button, you can hear the relay back there. So I need to take the starter off and see what's up with it. Old, I don't know, early 2000s Bayou 300 Kawasaki two-wheel drive. It's rusty. Looks like it came from up north. I don't know how it got so rusty, but probably because nobody ever washed the mud off of it. That's how these things get. But anyway, that's about all that's going on right now. Just kind of waiting. It's the end of the year. It's December, so I'm not doing much out here. I've been picking up limbs over there that's falling out of the trees. I guess I got two dead trees over there. Pick them up and more fall out over there. So I'm just leaving them. I'm just waiting for them all to fall out or for the trees to fall down. Then I'll pick everything up at once. Don't have enough scrap to haul off yet. That's all I got right there. I guess if that frame never sells, I can cut that frame up and then I'll have enough little pedally stuff to haul off for scrap. Thinking about just cutting it up anyway because everybody's trying to jerk me around, and it's not really, it's something that very few people are looking for. A long bed regular cab frame. If it was a short bed regular cab frame, it would already be sold. But long bed, 342 open differential rear end, nobody wants that. So I'll probably just pull the wheels and cut it up. At the scrapyard here, I have to cut the frame in 3 sections for them to take it. I don't know why, but I guess whatever. I have to cut that in 3 sections and I got the wheels off because I was measuring the rear end and everything. Everything seems to be straight as an arrow as far as the rear end being tilted one way or the other. But I won't know until I get it to an alignment shop. Everything back here looks pretty good. Nice. It's all dusty, but it looks nice. Painted and everything. I did cut these saddles off the rear end that were right here, these big boxy saddles, and grinded it all down and painted over it. So that way I can make a small notch right here, and the rear end tube would fit up in here. I wouldn't have to make like a big freaking square notch. But yeah, this is open diff too. Maybe eventually I can get a Detroit True Track, and I think I'm going to stick with the 342 gears because at 70 miles an hour, this thing was idling right at 2,000 RPM, and I think that's about where I want to leave it. It still had plenty of get up and go. I want this thing to be a highway cruiser. I don't want it to be a low-geared, quarter-mile truck where it's freaking revving its nuts off doing 75, 80. Nothing's changed under here. All still looks good. I cranked it the other day, probably It's been a few weeks since I've ran it, and it fired right up. No problems. Battery stayed charged up and everything. No complaints. I did get some TYC fog lamps for the front. I don't know what all I've mentioned in other videos. I got new rear rotors. Didn't get pads because those still are pretty good. So I'm gonna rock with those a little bit longer. Excuse me, but yeah. Until I get some welding gas, I guess I'm at a standstill. Once I get gas, I about got this outside here welded up. I didn't even finish this right here. I got 2 beads right there and it stops right there. So I need to wire wheel that back down and finish that. But yeah, that's about it. And this plate right here, that might be a little too thick, but it's all I could find over there. There's not much thin metal over there. It's all like quarter inch or thicker than a quarter-inch stuff over there. But yeah, this is just a little update video. 6 minutes of nothing. All right, thanks for watching. I'll pick the phone back up whenever I got more interesting stuff to film, as if that's ever happened. Have a great day or night.